I'm working on a cabinet, and it's taking a lot longer than I expected. So hopefully I'll get done with it tonight. So I'm like I said, I'm like halfway through, and I stopped to so I could talk to y'all guys about this book, the P.A.W.S. Saga. I only read the first book, so we're just reviewing the first book, and we're not doing the other ones. So, anyways, like I said in the chats, let me know how you're doing. I'm doing okay. I kind of told y'all about my day, so just let me know how your day is. Let me know if you read this, and if you have, what is your thoughts on it? I'm going to be sharing mine. But I like to hear other people's thoughts, so So, anyways, okay, so this is the P.A.W.S. Saga, as I mentioned. It is a book by, okay, I may mispronounce this, Debbie Manber Kupfer, I think is her name. So, just a little backstory. So basically, this is about a girl. She's like, I know she's in high school, but I'm not exactly sure how old she is exactly. All I know is that she goes to some private school. But anyways, from the start, so basically she was living with her grandmother or whatever, and her grandmother ended up passing away. But right before she passed away, she gave a charm necklace to the main character, which I believe it's pronounced Marai. Here we go with the names. Same old. Let's see. What is her name? Is this Celia? I might be getting my books. Miriam. I think it's Miriam. I think Celia was her grandmother. Yeah. Mary? Mary maybe is her name? I'm not sure. Like I said, names, I will never probably get used to them. So anyways, Mary, I think is her name. She ends up having to go and live with her aunt and uncle because of her grandmother passing. And her aunt and uncle really don't want her, so they kind of send her off to a boarding private school. And while she's there, she's not treated very well. She gets bullied. She doesn't really have any friends and whatnot. And one day, while she's being bullied basically by these other girls, she turns into a cat, which I don't know if we discussed. I love cats, okay? So I was really looking forward to reading this book because it's about cats. And as you notice, our reading that we're reading is about cats too. So I just really love cats. I love all animals and stuff, but I really love cats. But we have four cats, and we have one dog. So yeah, we have a lot of animals. But anyway, so yeah. So she turns into a cat, and in the midst of her being this cat, she meets another a wolf or something, and come to find out that he is not just a wolf, he's a person too, just like her. And he takes her to this school, which is called the P.A.W.S. I forgot what the abbreviation was. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't remember. Well, anyways, so she goes to the P.A.W.S, which is a school just for shapeshifters. And so, like, there's like the ones like the boy. There's just different shapeshifters. Like, we don't need to go into details of like what kinds or anything like that. You'll have to read the book to learn all that. So, anyways, so while she's at this school and whatnot, she learns about this werewolf who is like an evil werewolf, and he is like trying to like become like an all-powerful being. So he is trying to get like one of the cat charms. Okay, so I forgot to mention. So we find out that like the charm helps Mari turn into a cat. So the charm is the reason for it and whatnot. So this werewolf is trying to get the charm so that he could be some kind of like formation thing of a cat and dog. I don't know. It's really weird. But anyways, so we learned about him. He's not a good dude or anything. And so basically while Mari is in this school, she learns that she has a power, and then she basically like there ends up being a war between the P.A.W.S and the evil guy. I can't remember his name now. Here we go. Let's try to find his name. I feel like I vaguely kind of remember. So this one is like showing up in my my Kindle really weird. Like it's not showing me like actual table of contents. So we're just going through here. Alistair, that's right. So anyways, Alistair is the bad guy that is trying to be like this all-powerful being and whatnot. And anyways, so yeah, they go to war with him, and he has like a group of followers and stuff. So she ends up getting a power. I'm not going to say what power it is and what happens or anything, but that's basically the gist of the story. So my review of it, like I gave it like a 3.5 star. And I've told y'all my thinking about like, especially like fantasy books. Like the first book is never as great as the rest of the series. That's my, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, so that was my rating, was 3.5 stars. And the reason why is, I'll start with this some of the stuff. For one, I was a little confused on the age group. I know it was for younger people. Like, I think it's like a young adult book. But the problem is that it felt like it was meant for a younger crowd. Like, we're talking about, like, in my mind, I was thinking, like, middle school age, but then there's stuff in there that's not appropriate for middle schoolers. So, I'm a little confused on, like, what age group the target was for, if it was for high schoolers or if it was for middle school. So, if it's supposed to be for, like, whichever one, like, I don't know. Like the middle, if it's supposed to be for middle school, it's wrote for like a middle school age group. Book and stuff. But like I said, there was still stuff in there that seemed like it was for older ones. I'm not like middle schoolers. They wouldn't know about it, but it was still kind of inappropriate. I don't know. So that was one of my issues. I couldn't figure out like what age group this was for. It felt like it kept on going back and forth. So the other thing is there was a lot of things that was like repeated. Like for instance, one of the things that Alistair would do was that he was able to do like control people with his mind, kind of. And that would be repeated several times. Like every time he went to a new person and made them do something or whatever, it would be like you can't do that because blah blah blah. But it's like we already know about his power. So I didn't think it needed to be stated multiple times because we already know. But if it was for a middle schooler, then I can understand repeating some of the stuff. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure which age group it was. So that's just my take on that. A couple other things. I forgot to take my notes again. So, the other thing was Mari, the main character girl. She ended up being in a relationship with a guy named Danny. I did not feel like the romantic relationship clicked very well. It was just kind of awkward, and some of it, it just seemed like they weren't. You didn't feel that connection that they're in a relationship. So that was with that. I think those were really the main issues that I had. Give me 1 second. I think I have notes on my phone. Maybe. I could pull up on my Goodreads real quick. I mean I like the title here. I mean, not the title, but the cover. It looks cool. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the other thing, not really like a huge issue or anything, but basically like after the first book, there was still some answers, some questions that I had that didn't get answered. And I don't know if that was just like part of it, like that was purposely done, and that we'll learn later on, because I didn't read all 3 books. I just read the first book. So I don't know if that was purposely done. And if it was, then it's not really bad. It's not a bad statement. So without knowing that answer of if it was purposely done or not, I can't really say like if it was good or bad. So basically, there were still some questions that I had, and that didn't get answered. So those were the things, and they're not like terrible, like that I had issues with. The other thing, now the things that I did like, so one of the things that I liked, and I found this out after I read the book, but like there is certain things in the book, like about the uncle. I think his name was David. His experience with this, like, I think it's Jewish. I think they were Jewish, and if not, please forgive me. I do not know Jewish customs very well, but that's what I think it was. So basically, they had to like do this huge fast or whatever, and he couldn't eat and stuff, and the author was able to bring her own experience with that into her character, which I thought was really neat and really cool, because then like she was actually able to describe it as a personal level kind of deal. Also, I'm not 100% sure, but like we're friends on Facebook and stuff, and I am pretty sure like she has a cat that's named the main character's name, like Mari or whatever it is. But I could be wrong and stuff because I just came across that like today. Um, the other thing that I did like, um, I like the world building. She did do good on that. Like I was able to visualize where the places were and the different settings and how it was. So she did really well of establishing uh, that, like the zoo and the school and all that. Um, so that she did that was really good. Like I said, I was able to visualize all of that. So, and then lastly, there is a few people, and I think this book may actually be advertised as like a mix of like Harry Potter and some other book or whatever. I personally did not really get that vibe when I was reading it. I guess with her being bullied, maybe that's the Harry Potter part. I don't know, but like I actually appreciate that it wasn't like Harry Potter. Um, to me, I felt like this was a original story, and I thought that was good, and I really enjoy that because I'm not a big retelling person, so I really don't like reading the same story multiple times. Like I don't know. Um, I just have issues with those. Um, like I could name a few books that's like that I don't enjoy because of that. But so overall, like I said, 3.5. Not bad or anything. A good start, basically. So I don't know. Um, but yeah, she I don't I don't know. Like I kind of want to read this the second book just to see like if I get those answers, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, so yeah. So if anybody has any like you know um any uh comments or anything about this book, about what I've said or anything, let me know because I really enjoy um you know hearing seeing what y'all think. um I am currently reading another book. It's called Staff of Justice. That seems to be going really well. um I'll probably be doing actually a review of that probably next week. Don't forget also that we're continuing reading on Friday and Saturday. So both days we're reading The Unfamiliar Territories by R. Lindsay Carter. Don't forget to follow me on all the socials so you can keep up with the readings and get notifications and all that. I will be doing a giveaway later after this book, and I will what you call it? I totally forgot. Oh, and don't forget about the promo code for 10% off the a couple of books that we're going to be reading, and they got stickers and all that. Um, so if nobody else has anything else to add or say or anything, I will let you go.